So I wanted to take some time and go over a few things that's happened with the Datsun since the last video, specifically to do with taking the Datsun on the track. I was able to actually get some seat time with the Datsun a couple weeks back. I would think now it's just been crazy busy, but I'm glad I'm able to take the car out today just for a quick spin to see if I notice anything off with the car since taking on the track. It was definitely a fun experience. First time ever being on the track. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage for you guys because it was an extremely busy night at the track. I don't know why I guess I picked the worst night to go, and I didn't really get much seat time, but it was just really busy, so I didn't end up filming, and I wanted to just focus on driving the car, figuring out some minor things that definitely need to be tweaked before the next time I go. And the next time I do hit the track up, I will definitely be taking you guys along and getting some good footage, hopefully. But all in all, it was a successful day. I did go off the track once, but I guess you kind of got to pop your cherry with that, and you know, there's a first time for everything, so hopefully that'll be the last time. But I guess you never really know the limits. I guess you never really know the limit of your car unless you actually, you know, take it there. So I definitely learned that I need a few extra warm-up laps to get these tires warm enough where I can push it to the limits, and that's kind of what happened. I only did a couple warm-up laps, and I don't think the tires were hot enough, and I pushed it a little bit too hard on a corner, which is fine, and I went off the track a little bit. No problem. The car seemed okay, no issues with the car. I haven't really given everything a once-over, so I'm gonna try and hopefully do that today after I take it for this quick spin. But I mean, I gave a quick look over at the track. Nothing seemed bent, nothing seemed out of place. So I mean, I've kind of just been thinking that everything's okay, but you really don't want to do that. There's always a good opportunity, you know, give the car just a quick look over. Plus, everything is fresh, everything is new, so bolt checking the car every once in a while is definitely beneficial, and I did that before I went on the track, so at least I know if anything did come loose, it was due to the track outing that we had. I mean, other than coming off the track, it was definitely a good time to kind of learn the car a little bit, feel everything out. Like I said, there will be some adjustments that need to be made in the near future, definitely before the next track day comes. Suspension is a little bit, I don't know if I'm going to say soft, but I think it needs to be a little bit tighter for sure. It was just going around some corners. I don't know, it could be due to the height of the car. The wheel wells would slightly rub. So I think dialing that in a little bit more. I don't have a sway bar in the rear either, so I think adding that in would definitely help with that issue. So those are a few things that we're gonna get done before the next track day. Maybe I'll make like a track day prep video for the Datsun, going over the changes that we're gonna make before we hit up the track. But I've been monitoring everything as I usually do because I'm anal. And I mean, like oil pressure, engine temp, everything looks to be good as long as my gauges work. I'm assuming they work, but the Datsun did fairly well. I was just getting comfortable, so that's why I didn't really film it. I wasn't really pushing the Datsun to all of its limits, but I was definitely getting more comfortable. But I really don't think the Datsun is going to be something. Well, it's not meant to be a track car. I've never built it. I haven't built it to be a track car. It's more meant to just be a weekend cruiser, just to drive, have fun, and enjoy the car for spirited driving ultimately, nothing more than that. And on the track, you could definitely tell that on the straight, you know, there was lacking a little bit of power, but I mean, the track is pretty technical that I went to, so it's a lot of turns, things like that. So it's not the power. You don't really need to have all of it there, as long as you know. Actually, it's a really good track to have fun. To say, like, it's just, as it's very technical, you got to be very dialed in, and it's not just you just pushing the car down straights and just letting her go. So it's definitely a good experience to learn, and I met a lot of cool people at the track too. So it's always a good experience to you know, meet some people that, you know, can give you some pointers and some tips on, you know, how to improve the next time. And I did get a lot of feedback, which is awesome. So hopefully in the near future we'll take the Datsun to the track again. But it was a really good experience, and I'm hoping to bring you guys more footage because I've been slacking on that front. But I have been driving the car, everything has been performing well, and we'll get some more content for you guys. These seats are definitely not good for the track, and I didn't think that they would be, but it's hard to push the car when you're sliding around and just like flopping around in the car. You don't feel secure, you don't feel snug in the car, so you know, it plays with your mind a little bit that you don't want to push it because of that, because you're getting smacked around a little bit. I think with if this was to be a track car, I would definitely put in some seats for sure, maybe like a mini roll cage or like a half cage, just for extra security, rigidity of the frame. I mean, the metal is 150 years old, so having that wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Ultimately, at this point, I'm just still kind of getting used to the car. There's been so many changes since, you know, we've done all the work in the past 8 to 12 months. So it's just been a matter of me kind of, you know, figuring out the car, getting used to it, because it feels like 180 degrees flip of what it did before. So a lot of things were happening, or I was feeling that I didn't feel before. I didn't notice before. So as I drive it, the more comfortable I'm getting with it. So I think the next track day for sure will definitely be a good opportunity to push it. But I don't want to ruin this car either, because this car is my baby. And there was a big actual accident on the track the day we went, and it kind of opened up my eyes to make me think that, you know, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to risk, you know, damaging this car. And the fact that it was very busy, it kind of limited my time on the track, because, you know, I didn't want to go out on the track when it was, you know, crazy littered with cars. So I kind of timed it where I would go out for 3 or 4 laps at a time. Well, after my warm-up, 3 or 4 hot laps, you know, when it wasn't too busy. There wasn't that much volume on the track. So we'll see what I decide to do, but I think maybe one to 2 times a year, giving this car a little bit of a shakedown on the track is definitely something that would be, I think, good, nothing more. And if I really want to keep going to the track, then I'll have to open up my eyes and maybe start open up my eyes and my wallet, start maybe looking at a dedicated track car. So we'll see if that comes down the line, but I don't know. Right now I'm just focusing on enjoying this car. now that it's actually running. So we'll do that. I just wanted to give this little update because I know I haven't been releasing content, but the Datsun is running. It's running good, and we should have some content out for you shortly. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay classy, crew.